we're not a close-knit family because my dad is pure Chinese, from the mainland. And, well, because he comes from a humble beginning and he wanted us to have a better life. So all he does is work. So even on Sundays, we don't go out. When we go out, we only go to Luneta, because my parents would do Tai Chi, because my dad teaches Tai Chi, up to now. He's 92, and he's still teaching Tai Chi. So, growing up, I like wearing white. So I was thinking, for me to wear white, I have to become a doctor. So I wanted to become a doctor, because as a kid, I think we have like lots of influences and we see a lot of things that make us want to be, whoever. But my parents didn't see me, being a doctor. So they encouraged me to take up architecture because I think I'm good at drawing. In high school, I was like good at drawing, so I won in competitions in school, and then my classmates would ask me to, do some projects for them. That's why I think my parents saw that, probably it would be best for me to take up architecture. But architecture is different, it's houses and after 4 years, I realized that's not what I wanted to do. So I shifted to commerce and then I got involved with basketball. When I became close with a lot of my neighbors and they would, ask me to play basketball with them. Just pick up games, with my neighbors growing up. They would call me big boy because I'm kind of chubby. And then when I enrolled in UST, I became friends with a lot of the basketball players. And at that time, the coach was Arik Del Rosario. And then the players asked him, since he doesn't have an assistant coach, can I be the assistant coach? So Coach Arik said, yeah, why not, So that's how it started. That's how my basketball career started. And for 16 years, I was coaching. So I was assistant coach for 8 years, and then I became head coach for another 8 years. Since I didn't grow to be 6 foot, that dreaming of becoming a player is far-fetched, And coming from a Chinese family, I know they will not allow me also, because like for them, I have to like learn how to do business. But that was never what I wanted to do, So I never followed them actually. It's a passion, because I keep telling people that I never dreamt of, wanting to be in sports, but it just happened. So I feel it's my destiny. And then since I'm there already, I feel that I just have to make good. So I was so focused with what I'm doing, when I was assistant coach, even when I was assistant coach, I don't want to be absent from practice. So when I'm not feeling well, I would take antibiotics right away. Until one time I got very sick, I got hospitalized, and then the doctor said, I should stop, self-medicating, and yeah. So from then on, I stopped taking medicine. Well, my parents really wanted all of us, to go into business. But that was not my passion. I don't see myself doing business because I have a soft heart. So I feel, I'm just gonna lose money, because I'm just gonna give away whatever business, I get into. Because like growing up, I feel that, I'm the black sheep of the family. because all my siblings would just say yes to my parents. But growing up, I don't know, I was never like that. I would answer back. I would, always give my reasons. And I don't know, I have a mind of my own, like um, I'm very strict. Even, my two elder siblings, seems like I'm the eldest, son. But I don't know, probably, you know, I just didn't feel bad, that my parents were very strict because I just took it as a cultural thing. Uh, so in spite of them being very strict, they don't allow us to go out. Sometimes I would sneak out, and but eventually they realized, because like uh, towards the end, I would like ask them to go with me, like to clubs, just for them to see that uh, there's nothing wrong, you know, because because we're from different generations. Because my dad got married late, so growing up, you can really feel that the difference, like the age gap. So yeah, uh, I just have to make them understand, you know, what our generation is to them, you know. And I keep telling people, this basketball was not even one of my dreams, but I feel it was my destiny because I never dreamt of it. It just happened. So from being an assistant coach to head coach to team manager, you know, like, my parents never really wanted me doing this. That's why in 1988, when I was invited to go to University of Hawaii, uh, they didn't want me to go, because they were telling me, you don't even know the people who invited you. But I said, it's my chance, you know, to go to University of Hawaii, to like get involved with their basketball team, to study, whatever. So I told my mom, even if you don't allow me, I think that time I was 25. So I said, I have to go. Well, actually, we're probably like accredited by the PBA. We're probably like 12. Uh, but I think I'm the only Chinese in the group. And as a sports agent, I handle the contract negotiations. I try to get my players endorsements, get them projects, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a career for them. So you have to get them, all the possibilities, whatever projects, they can get into to make, more money. Some media people would call me like the Jerry Maguire of the Philippines, but for me, it's just a job, I just have to make the most out of it. I have to be good at what I'm doing. 2002, that's when I started to be a sports agent. And my first client was Chris Calagio. So when he got drafted by Shell, I was able to get him a very good contract. And I think word of mouth, and then players started, approaching me. At first, I was not serious about it, but a friend of mine told me, since you're good at it, why don't you just, pursue it, So I said, yeah, I'll give it a try, And then not knowing that, I was like just doing it. Life is like a basketball, you know. Sometimes you're on top, sometimes you get dribbled on, sometimes you get kicked on, you know. But at the end of the day, it's how you take care of the ball. As a coach, I was very strict. That's why when I saw the movie Coach Carter, when I was done coaching, I'm like, wow, that's how I am, when I was a coach. That's why I never recruited players, And the players that I'm managing, they approach me, and I always tell them that I'm very strict. I don't want them to be seen, in clubs, during the season. Because for me, they should be good role models. So I said, if they want to drink, they want, just stay at home. At least they're safe. Even if they get drunk, I mean, they're just home. So, and then with the contracts, I really scrutinize the contracts. I negotiate for it. I try to get the best for each of my players, because I think, uh, I only go for quality, not quantity. That's why sometimes, teams would tell me, my players are expensive, but I said they're not expensive. They're the quality players that they want. They have good work ethic. They deliver. Whatever they need to do. So, well, I think my major success is being able to help a lot of players improve their lives. Because at the end of the day, I keep telling all my players, I'm not gonna be with them all my life. So while we're together, I want them to have a better life. So that's why, I treat them like family, all of them. I don't have a favorite. You know, uh, I treat them, like brothers, or like the high school, like my sons already. That's why I think that's what make it more fun, because I have a growing family. Well, I just want to leave a legacy that I was able to help a lot of people. Because at the end of the day, all the material things you can't bring with you. So I think the best is just for you to be able to leave a mark, in the lives of more people.